Welcome back everybody to more Chrono Clock, episode 4. I continue to pass the time making idle conversation with Michiru. As per my everyday routine, Michiru is our sister, our little sister, who is very affectionate, so to speak, but she's also blind. So, yeah. We got off the monorail near the beach and then walked down the seaside path to our final destination. That we have. Losing her sight had really sharpened her sense of intuition, as she sensed the gate a few steps in front of us and stopped. You can let go of my hands anytime. Aw, okay. Your class isn't the same way as mine though, we can't do that. Oh, really? We don't have a boat. I shook off her eager hand and pushed her on the back. Go on, get going. No, I feel bad. Come back. She swung her parasol in front of her as she walked away reluctantly. God, what a handful. At first, guys, you think she's a mature, sensible young lady, but she was still a child at heart, complete with a child's sense of entitlement. I waited behind Michiru a little bit before walking through the gate myself, gotta make sure she's okay. I didn't want to constantly have her sticking to me like glue. I suddenly ran into Miu. Oh, Miu, how you doing? Yo, what's up? Are you okay? Quite a coincidence running into you here, though maybe we've walked by each other without noticing it before. You spoke as timidly as ever. Compared to yesterday, it seemed like she had reverted to being constantly on guard with others overnight. What happened? You don't have to force yourself to talk about something, it's fine. She must have remembered me telling her not to apologize so much. After thanking me, she finally relaxed her shoulders and gave me a bit bashful smile. Aww. Didn't expect to run into you. Maybe we should wait until later to talk about you-know-who, alright? Who's that? Suddenly another first-year student of short stature appeared next to me. Misaki. You told her about yesterday. She probably already told everybody. You know, that's how secrets stop being secret, you know. Miu's face drooped when I pointed that out, but regardless, I just gave a half-hearted smile to the other girl, Misaki. Oh, no problem. It's very polite. I'm not fond of calling people by last name, so would you mind if I just called you Misaki? The girl seemed like a polar opposite of my sister, steadfast, mature, and with a lovable smile, which we have just deduced all from 3 seconds of talking. I had a hunch her upbringing had affected that. Are you some kind of rich heiress or something? Misaki acknowledged it without hesitation. Wow, okay. So, someone comes from money. Ah. Oh, come to think of it, I've seen trucks around with Ando written on them and English letters before. Is that the one? Oh, a large company heirs, huh? I guess you must be quite the rich girl. That reminds me, wasn't Ando the subcontractor that the city tapped for that contract to build the monorail? Oh. Crap. I didn't want people to know about my family, but I almost brought it up in conversation without thinking. Forget I said that.
ちょっと待って。あのモノレールって沢渡さんが町のためにってお金を出して作られたんですよね。
Yeah, I guess so. I tried to change the subject, but it didn't really work.
もしかしてレイ先輩の妹ってみちるちゃんって言いませんか?
Mia may be shy around others, but she didn't mince words when she felt the situation called for. She is, but I will say that she's probably given you a pretty different impression of me.
やっぱりみちるちゃんがいつも言ってる兄様ってレイ先輩のことだったんですね。
It seems like you two get along pretty swimmingly. Hear Masaki's faint muttering of realization, Miu's eyes widened in amazement. Nah, I wouldn't say I'm cool just because I'm from an affluent family. You know, I initially thought it would be better to let the whole thing slide, but I ended up spilling the beans about me being Michiru's relative instead. I'm sure it would have gotten out sooner or later anyway, though, right? Guess better, face the music now. Just, please don't think of me any differently because of that. I mean, ever since I was a kid, it caused me no end of trouble. I sighed dejectedly. People I thought were my friends would push me away, and even the teachers would treat me differently. When they found out my circumstances, anyone would be better over that. Precisely. As if she figured out one of my weaknesses, Miu gave a slightly suspect-looking smile. Yeah, I mean, I may be a Sawatari, but I'm my own person. You got a little trouble clef sign in your hair. That's cute. I like that. Thank you. I was really grateful for Miu's understanding, but Misaki hasn't said anything yet, which has me worried. That reaction was something I was accustomed to. What's eating her anyway? If she had a sense of pride in her own family name, maybe she saw me as a rival or something? If the Sawatari family didn't have the stature they did, Misaki probably would be a thoroughbred princess. Well, I'm out, see ya. There was nothing left to say, so it's probably wise to get the hell out of Dodge. Good grief. Even if I'm used to it by now, I'm still ungodly awkward when my family comes up in conversation. I don't like people knowing I'm rich. It changes people's opinions, even if they say it doesn't. It does. Well, I'm sure getting an earful of Shuji's acid tongue will set me at ease. I came into the classroom, put down my bag, and went over to talk to him. Now, I was just hoping to hear that bit of fuck you, I do what I want attitude. Like hell, you'd only get like 15 seconds in the book before I'd have to slug you. Putting that aside, I heard you lent an umbrella to that girl you were talking to yesterday.
Huh?
For some reason he looks puzzled. There still weren't very many people in the classroom, but I lowered my voice anyway to be safe. Never know what people have up their sleeve. Hey, her name's Miya Suzuki. She told me she fell for you when you let her borrow an umbrella one day. I feel there's something you're not telling me.
You
just talked to her like yesterday. So, were you just trying to be a show-off, helping out a cute girl in the rain? That's cold. Seriously though, one of these days that big mouth of yours is gonna get you knifed in the back. and I'm not gonna be there to pull it out. To be honest, I mentally conceded that he had a point, but I would never dare say that to his face.
ということは、やっぱり昨日のあれはマジで告白だったのか。
Even if it was just lending her a bro, I guess that's love at first sight for you.
驚いた。
I know, right? Nonetheless, I couldn't help but grin. Must be nice, you're gonna get a girlfriend before me, buddy.
いや、それは。
Shuji hesitated as if he wasn't sure what to say next. It was surprising to see Shuji, of all people, act like that. It's not usually his way. What's eating you?
困ったな。
Oh. What, are you gonna turn down a cute girl's confession? Or do you actually have a girlfriend that I don't know about?
うるさい。ちょっと考えさせろ。
Shuji furrowed his brow in thought, though I thought this wasn't anything to worry about. Then he spoke again.
ここからは俺とあの子の問題だし、さんずいは気にするな。昨日のことと今の話はありがとな。
No problem, buddy. Although he thanked me for helping, Shuji immediately left the classroom after that. He seemed to be giving me the cold shoulder, the jerk. I was left dumbfounded in the class. Wait. I hadn't been prepared for this. Shuji would react positively. I'd tell Miru the news at lunch break, and then bada bing, bada boom, they'd live happily ever after. Well, that was how things would go, or so I thought. Did I now have to declare Miu's crush as just an idea that wouldn't get on the runway? That it was more like an idea that blew up in the hangar? What the hell do I do now? I buried my face in my hands. This seems like a good opportunity for Crow to come in and say some words. It would be different if Shuji had a girlfriend, but that doesn't seem to be the case. He didn't even explain why he's not interested in her. I decided to get up and follow Shuji to see if I could coax any more info out of him, but... Oh hey, what's up? Whoops. In spite of my haste, as soon as a cute girl said hello to me, I had to stop and return the greeting. It's kind of force of habit. Good morning, Makoto. Makoto had a casual smirk on her face, like she was in a good mood. I thought she would just say hello and go about her business, but she was still standing in front of me. What's up? She handed me a small wrapped box. Opening it, I found it contained a large eraser, along with some cutesy post-it notes whose designs were unabashedly girly in appearance. Thank you. Oh, it really wasn't a big deal though. This is awfully diligent of you. You're right, that's a good thing. That's a good mindset to have. Makoto never stood out to me before, but in a real conversation with her, I couldn't help but notice she's a bit more old-fashioned than most girls. Is it her manner of speaking? Huh? I don't know, I just have a feeling, haven't I met you somewhere before? Who even says that as a pickup line anymore? I'm just asking a serious question here. Oh, I don't think so. We probably didn't even go to the same school before coming here. Why does it have to be a mortal enemy? It's always a mortal enemy. Maybe you could just call it fate. Well, anyway, thanks a lot for the gift. Sorry I didn't get you anything. Makoto gave me a dazzling smile as she turned to go back to her seat. Now, what was I doing again? Right, Shuji, gotta go back to him. The hallway was packed with people, all of them hanging around and chatting. I wouldn't want anyone to overhear something like this, so it might be hard to grill Shuji anymore until after school. I scratched my cheek, it itched. God, for a guy with such a big mouth, he could sure be a mule sometimes. The ass. Shuji says whatever he feels like most of the time, but you know, if he decides he doesn't want to talk about something, he really buttons his lip. Man, Shuji's a really good chap. And it was time for lunch. I took my lunchbox up to the rooftop, as I usually do. Although I was enticed to have lunch with a cute girl, I was nervous to tell her about Shuji. So on the whole, I suppose that balanced out my mood. You know, maybe I don't need to tell her today. I could just keep my mouth shut until I get a real answer out of him. Might be wise. I went up to the stairs and opened the door to the roof. She's not here yet. The rooftop was hot and humid as usual, but Mia wasn't around. She seemed like a very conscientious sort of girl, so I thought she would be here before me. Maybe she's gonna come after she eats lunch. I might as well just wait it out. While loitering on the rooftop with nothing to do, I became aware of some kind of commotion down below. What's this? That's a rail. I peered off the roof and saw a circle of people crowded around something. Oh my god, in the middle of that circle lay a body of a person. What? Without a word, I hurled my pocket watch into the ground. Can't wait. We don't know what happened. Don't tell me she fell again. My sudden shout after turning back time once more greatly surprised Makoto and the other students around me. I ignored them and ran out of the room. You and I must have missed each other somehow. So maybe she's over here. Oh god, you're still here, thank god. Mia was over on the other side of the roof wearing a carefree smile. Come here now. Just hurry. Though I told her to come here first, I ended up running to her instead. Please, just get away from the edge. Mia didn't seem like she was going to fall, but just to be safe, I grabbed her hand and pulled her away. Then from the other direction, I heard a small thunk. Wondering what the noise was, I looked and saw there was a strangely colored rock lying on the ground. What? How did they get here? Did this fall from somewhere? That's not like the wind could have carried the stone up here, and there isn't anything around here that's taller than the building. Huh? What? It wasn't a very big meteorite, but the odds of one falling in this exact spot right in front of us are astronomical. Get it? Because it's from space? Wait a minute. If I hadn't pulled Miu away from the edge, it would have hit her. Hey, Miu?
Hi.
Are you genetically inclined to constantly get mixed up in unlucky situations? Miu's voice caught in her throat, as if she were well aware of it herself. So I see. Ah, for the record, I have really good luck. Wait, our name isn't Makoto. Well, I'd say people who run into trouble all the time are most likely to just end up being saved by people like that. So what, you normally do the opposite of that? I couldn't help but sigh. If it's that rare, then I'll give it to you. I handed the meteorite to Miu. It's not really worth anything to me. If it's a treasure to you, then you're the one that should have it. She wrapped the tiny rock in a handkerchief as if it were a priceless jewel, before putting it in her pocket. Well, I used to think smooth, shiny stones were really cool when I was a kid, too. Ever since the day of that Bosch confession when I first met her, I can't tell if my luck has become really good or really bad. If I hadn't met her, she would have died twice over, but on the other hand, you could also say that since she met me, she had now ended up in two situations where she barely avoided death. In any case, you seem to be talking more naturally than you were this morning. Don't worry, it's weird for me too. Does Michiru talk about me all the time at school?
みちるちゃんが言うには、お兄ちゃんは神様よりも偉大で寛大で優しいそうです。
Who the hell is this brother of hers?
話を聞いてるだけだとよくわからないすごい人になってましたから、実際に会って安心しました。
I guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise that your expectations were shattered like that. Since I was getting tired of standing around, I decided to sit. You did the same as well. Nice view as always, I see.
はい、そうですね。
You glanced around every which way, but my eyes were naturally drawn toward one specific spot. Never mind that. Have you come up with any ideas to overcome your social anxiety?
いえ、全然何も。思いついたことは今までいろいろと試してきましたから。
I guess Mio in her recklessness would have thought of things to try on the spur of the moment beforehand herself.
レイ先輩の方はどうですか？石田先輩とお話しされたんでしょうか？
Uh-oh. I haven't got the chance to yet. Give me some more time. I gave her a completely canned answer. But more importantly, I was thinking about something myself. It has to do with
ただ
setting...
雑談するより、
Oh, whoops, that's her
ルールを
talking.
設けた方が効果があるかもって話ですね。
You took the words right out of my mouth. Man, you really are a genius.
おい、その呼び方をするなら、私もみんなの前でレイ先輩のことを沢渡様って言いますよ。
Please don't do that. Just hearing that makes me cringe. Anyway, Mio,
はい。
go out with me. Oh, I forgot about this. This was all our sister's idea. Mio jumped up in shock and let out a loud gasp. I haven't finished explaining, so calm down.
落ち着けって言われて、落ち着けって言ってない。
You know, the world would be a lot easier if telling someone to calm down actually did calm them down, but it never seems to work. Maybe I went a little too far. Mia was completely freaking out.
レイ先輩、思い出すべきは、私には心に決めた人がいるというところから全ての話が始まっているわけでして、いえ、レイ先輩に魅力がないというわけではなく、そりゃレイ先輩のことも好きではないわけではないですが、
I love Japan. Oh?
しかし、だがしかし。
Sorry, I meant we should have set a rule to act like we're going out when we talk.
そう。おー。
Freeze frame. Sit down. My beckoning, you immediately flopped your butt down on the concrete.
ご説明を。
Are you mad at me?
判決待ちです。
Fair enough. You want to overcome your social anxiety in order to ask out Shuji, right? I mean, that's the whole point. So you need to get used to talking to boys about love and romance and all the other stuff.
それは、まあ、そうですね。
You carefully pondered over what I just said, making every effort not to misunderstand.
怖がったり慌てたりというのは結局、一度も経験したことがないこと、すなわちどうなるかわからない状況に対しての心の反応です。
Right.
お化け屋敷が明るくて、ここがびっくりポイントですって看板が立ってたら何も怖くありません。そもそも練習や勉強というもの自体、新規にしろ既存にしろ、物事を繰り返し行うことで不測の事態となる出来事、すなわち未体験を潰していく作業であることに間違いはありません。男性になれるために恋人らしく振る舞うっていうのはすごく理にかなってるはずなんです。
Are you okay? Not only was this girl a genius, she was very well spoken too. You don't have to overanalyze it like that.
自分に言い聞かせてるだけですから。
Even while she responded, I could tell she was still a little miffed about what I just said earlier. Though that was only natural. I kinda think it's a bit much to ask of you myself, and besides, I wouldn't want you to force... Okay, calm down. Agreeing that quickly. I expected she would have asked to sleep on it or something, to have time to think. Now it was my turn to be surprised. It's okay if you want to sleep on it, you know. That's the kind of thinking that made you screw up the first time. Are you gonna blow your second chance too? My head was spinning. Why was this girl so precocious, yet so goddamn bloody-minded? Wait, did I say bloody-minded? What the fuck does that even mean? Let me go back. Where's the log? I don't see the log. Where's the log button? Text box? What's this? What does that do? I don't know what that does. Oh. Oh hell, let's leave it like that. That looks nice. Why isn't it like this normally? So basically, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I was on the verge. See, now this is weird to me, because it's like... Oh wait, there's the log. How did I do that? Yeah, it's bloody-minded, alright. Whatever. Hang on, let me change the box. Wait. I was on the verge of burying my head in my hands again, but Mia was still staring quizzically at me. Okay, there we go. This is easy to read. The graphic makes it hard to read the text. Well, duh. That's the last thing I want to do is have regrets. It was, after all, why I so frequently made use of the power within my pocket watch. But what? That's a very interesting way to look at it. The life unobserved is not worth living. It's like the day we first met. Her straightforward resolve left me astonished. Astonished. Mia really is the exact opposite of me. If it were asked which of us would have it easier living in the world as it is today, the answer would surely be me. Yet somehow people like me are inevitably attracted to a person like Miu. Just as a sunflower cranes its neck toward the sun. Besides, sunflower seeds are really tasty too. Not really sure what I'm getting with that, but... Oh sure, that works. At that moment my stomach uttered a low, dull noise. Milling over complicated things like this really works up an appetite. I looked in my bag for my lunchbox, but it wasn't there. Oh, I forgot my lunchbox. Damn it. No, it's in the class. I forgot to bring it with me. It's nothing, don't worry about it. Oh, you don't have to do that? You looked up at me, timidly waiting for my response. You know, wealth doesn't affect a person's taste. My family's maid usually makes my lunch. Touché. But in any case, a handmade lunchbox from a girl, huh? Felt like a dream come true, but thinking about it more closely, I shook my head. Nah, I don't think you have to. It's probably going a little too far, though. I wouldn't want you to ruin a good memory like that for yourself. Yu's eyes widened and then she smiled. Aww. You're welcome.
それならクッキーか何か焼いてきます。
Ooh, cookies.
お菓子を作るのも好きなんです。
I'd love that. I love cookies.
楽しみにしていてください。
She flashed a smile that sparkled as brilliantly as the sun on a summer's day, and I couldn't help but smile back. You know, that said, while I didn't pay much mind to it, during our conversation, I wondered, does Mia like me the same way that she likes Shuji? I knew it wouldn't be wise to get ahead of myself with wishful thinking, but things were shaping up to be quite interesting indeed. Alrighty, everybody. And that's that for this episode of Chrono Clock. I will see you all next time. Have a good day.